Okay, I'm out here inspecting my newest extension on my driveway, so it's easier for me to get my camper in and out. And on this video, I want to show you the top 5 campgrounds that I have visited over the years. And what I mean by this is there's always great campgrounds as far as what you're staying and how you're staying and what you're doing in a particular area. But what I'm talking about is where your camper sits. You see the most amazing views and things in the background right around your camper. So these are my top 5, and I'm getting ready to take a trip in this fall, and I'm gonna actually do the whole trip based on great views around my camper. So I'll do it this fall, but I would like to see your all's comments as well as what some of the places you've stayed, and put those in the comments and let us know about them as well. But hope you enjoy these 5 that I think were amazing trips and campsites. We'll get to it now. Starting at number 5, Porter Sculpture Park in South Dakota. This is in eastern South Dakota, and it's an amazing place to stop. It's just right off the highway going through the state, and you stop by there and you park around these amazing sculptures. It's a really neat area. It's a wide open prairie out there. Just amazing place. What's nice about this place is you do pay a little small fee when you go into this place, but they have actually golf carts that you can drive around and see the different statues as you're touring the area. Another thing we enjoyed there is that we're right on the area where the cattle actually go right by your campsite here. We enjoyed watching them as we were getting ready to turn in for the night. Just a peaceful area to sit there outside your campsite and just see amazing area around you. At number 4 on our camp countdown is Reelfoot Lake in western Tennessee. This lake was actually created by an earthquake, I think, in early part of 1900s. And most of the campsites are right up against the lake. Has amazing sunsets. And here you can actually see the sunrise as well. While you're sitting there, there's all kinds of wildlife to see right outside of your window of your camper. Some may not like the snakes that are out here, but they have a nice grassy area, so it's not that big of a deal to see one of these guys cruising by. Also, it's amazing for fishing. This is one of the great places to fish. This area right here is just a little way from the campsite, and you can go down in off the boardwalks and camp. And we actually did a little bit of kayaking here too, and it's just a great area to get out to. And I actually had a second trip that I went out to this area and took my smaller camper, and we did a little more kayaking on this trip, and our site backed right up to the cypress trees. You can actually launch right from your site. Really amazing area. You'll be able to just get on the water and go right from your site. A little bit further up on the northern end, we actually found a really neat area up there to kayak. It's called the Glory Hole Canoe Trail, and we actually really enjoyed that. It starts off as a pretty wide river, and then it goes back into some back areas that are really nice. Really unique area for this more like Louisiana than it is Tennessee. And number 3 on our countdown is Devil's Tower. There's several places to camp right at the base of Devil's Tower that don't have power or electricity, but we actually stayed in the KOA down here right at the base of the tower. And if you get to certain sites right along their western side, you'll actually look right into the tower. All you have is that fence between you and where the National Monument is. The park's really nice for being right close, and then you have all your amenities as well. Just a quick trip just around the corner to go up and visit the tower from your campsite. You could practically walk up there if you wanted to. One unique thing about this area is you get to watch Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and it's on every night. It's an appropriate place to see this particular movie. And wow, what a backdrop. And my number 2 place to camp is in Big Bend National Park. And in our case, we stayed in the Chichos Mountain area, which is the high point of this area. And it kind of has its own weather system up there. So if you're going in a hot time of the year, it's really neat to go up there and stay. That's what we did. We went late in, well, actually in October, but it was still warm everywhere else. Like I say, the campsite was really amazing here, just having the backdrop there. Just right outside the campsite, we have this little trail that just walks around and gives you a view of the they call the window that looks out west. And sometimes you get some really amazing sunsets back in this area. And here you can see I did a little time lapse from looking east to looking west. It's always a beautiful view, no matter which way you're looking. And you even get some nice morning sunrises coming up. We never stayed long enough. We were on the road before sun actually popped above the mountains, so we didn't get to see the sun actually come up. And now to our number 1 place, boondocking at the Wall. This is just on the western side of the Badlands, and it's an amazing place. Like I say, you can park right up on the edge if you want. Unfortunately, my wife was not happy about us being right on the edge, so she made me park across the road, but it's still an amazing place to park, and you can see all these campers are right up on the edge. There's been occasions when some campers have blown over on very high winds, but that's kind of rare. And you can see how we're set here. We're looking right into the view. It's an amazing place. They have you do a permit for this area now to kind of keep the numbers down low. When we did it, the permit wasn't necessary, but it's well worth it if you get that permit and get into one of these sites for the night. And there's no charge or anything. There's no facilities, but it's one of the best boondocking sites just about anywhere in the U.S. And that's definitely our number 1 at this point. Nice cell phone service there as well. So that pretty much is our tour of our top 5. And we definitely want to hear some comments about where you've been or where you want to check out, and we'd like to hear from you. So let us know in the comments.